Hello, and welcome back to the Fangeared Podcast, episode 54. And by welcome back,
53.
I was going to make a joke about it.
Beat you there, as usual.
I forgot. I was going to say, and by welcome back, I mean, to Tommy's right, Joey Vasquez. Welcome back to the show.
How's it going, guys? I made it back. Thought about never coming back, but...
We thought about not allowing you back.
Wow.
Actually, yeah.
That hurts. I was joking, so...
To Joey's left, and my right, Tommy Costa. Welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you for having me again. Let's do it.
You got nothing else for me, Tommy?
What do you mean? Oh, obviously we're on the E3 show floor doing this live.
Doing this live. Coming at you live from the E3 show floor, and my name is Joshua Vasquez. Guys, we have an abundance of news that could not be contained in just one video. So, this is going to be part one of the episode. We're going to talk about a little bit of E3 news, and then we're going to cover the rest of the news for the week, and then we're going to have another video that's going up later today, same day, that's going to be a full E3 reaction recap coverage. So yeah, subscribe for that. Give us a like if you like this video, of course. Thank you again for following us on Twitter, @Fangeared. Let's get into the news, guys. And we're going to start with a couple of big things from E3.
There was a lot.
There was a lot. So we're basically going to take one from all of the big three here. And then we'll get into everything in our other videos. So make sure you go watch that. Let's start from the beginning. Microsoft opened up the big three. And they had a really good show. The biggest thing to come out of their show, Project Scorpio. Essentially, what we are getting is a brand new Xbox console. That is what this is being marketed as, essentially. So this is pretty big. We got, guys, have you even heard of one teraflop?
No.
We're
unheard of.
We're getting two.
2 teraflops.
2 teraflops worth of, what is it? What is a teraflop?
That's like the graphical power.
Isn't that a Tony Hawk Pro Skater move?
No,
Yeah,
teraflop.
Oh, that's a
teraflop. Yeah. So this is pretty big news.
Well, we have to mention that this is also being announced at the same time as the Xbox One S.
Right, which is basically the new Slim.
Right. A cheaper model.
Yeah, which is also more powerful than the original Xbox One.
So this is very interesting. But I think that we figured out why this is happening, because this really puts PlayStation on their heels. And
they've we won't get too much into that, but PlayStation did basically cut PlayStation Neo from their E3 conference, and we believe that to be because PlayStation 4.5 PlayStation Neo was supposed to be just a slightly better PlayStation 4, similar to how the Xbox One S is. So they're more compatible in that way than it is with the Scorpio, which we're thinking is a completely new Xbox One, if it's even an Xbox One at all. It will play Xbox One games, but we're very adamant about saying that, like, we are blurring the line between generations.
Right.
They kept saying that. And so this is going to be like a cross-generational platform, but it is going to be the next thing.
And it's important to note that it would also be the leading console when this drops.
Absolutely. So the reason why we believe they took the PlayStation Neo out of the PlayStation conference was because they're going back to the drawing board.
I think they have to.
They heard about these rumored specs and they were like,
Teraflops.
Teraflops. We didn't even know those existed.
They're going to invent something new too.
Yeah. We need to go make tetrafleeps. Tetrafleeps.
Yeah, well, the whole, like, cross-generational thing, wasn't that one of the biggest problems with the Xbox One?
At the beginning, yeah, that you couldn't. But now it is the only platform that you can backwards compatible with the Xbox One. It is backwards compatible with Xbox 360 now. They reversed that decision early on.
Oh, guys.
My producer is telling me that a teraflop is a measure of computer speed and can be expressed as a trillion floating point operations per second, 10 to the 12th power floating point operations per second 2 to the 40th power flops.
Wow.
So use that with a couple gigawatts, and you're going back in time, I think.
Well, so there's a trillion specs per second, like
Floating
dots on your TV screen.
I have no idea.
When they had all those like testimonials of people who have tested out the like
Scorpio.
yeah, or they have like the dev kits and stuff. One of them said, and I feel like some of these might have been actors because one of them said each pixel was so high quality, like pixels are always the same. Yeah. It's just how many of them are there. Yeah. He said that the pixels were so clear.
Maybe they were.
Just didn't know what he was talking about.
Yeah. It seems so weird. But this is big news because it does confirm kind of what we were talking about, where we are going to start to see those 1 or 2 year console cycles.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, I don't know if they're gonna sell as well, but they're gonna push them out.
We'll see what happens.
I mean, you're competing not only with the PS4, but also specs on PC, and now that there seems to be a sort of merging of all of them, it's pretty important that consoles keep up. So, I mean, it makes sense that this is a new model.
Yeah, it's true, especially with their new Xbox One Play Anywhere, where you can go between your Xbox games and your Windows 10 games, and it's cross-buy, so if you buy it on one, you have it on both. Right. So, yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. This seems pretty cool. This conference did sell me on an Xbox One S. So,
yeah, with that price point, it's pretty hard not to go that route.
Yeah, same for the moment, at least.
Yes. All right, let's move on here to Sony. Now, we're just going to say, Sony, they hit a grand slam.
Grand slammer.
They set them all up. They had 3 base hits right before, and they knocked it out of the park. That's a grand slam.
Yeah. So the next guy came up and he hit a home run.
So they got 5 points.
Or maybe a line drive right into the pitcher's nose or something.
And the pitcher was Microsoft.
Yeah, basically.
Well, so we had a lot of good announcements, and again, we're going to be talking about all of those in our next video. But one thing we need to talk about from this one is Hideo Kojima.
The man right now.
He came out in true rockstar fashion so I don't know if we told you this, Joey, but Sony had a full live orchestra scoring the entire thing. Oh wow. it was big. And even all the in-game music was all played live as they were playing the demos and everything. So pretty cool.
Yeah.
So he comes out to this thunderous music. The path in front of him is lighting up as he's walking on it, and he comes out, thunderous applause. Everyone's going crazy. And what does he show us?
His penis.
drops his pants. And there it was. And guess what? That's when the standing ovation
and
started.
on it was a little picture of Norman Reedus.
It was a wig of Norman Reedus' hair. With a smiley face drawn on the tip.
Wow. I was not expecting that.
Honestly, no one was. And, they loved it. He can do anything at this point. But no. He revealed his new game, Death Stranding, which looks to be what PT in Silent Hills was supposed to be for Konami. Now for Sony PlayStation.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't play PT, saw a lot of gameplay though. If it's anything like that,
it's scary.
It's gonna be scary.
Yeah, so this little trailer thing they showed, it's so Kojima style, there's a lot of symbolism in it, kind of like a lot of pieces to kind of put together and interpret. So, I mean, as soon as I saw Norman Reedus, I was like, oh my god, I cried.
Yeah, the style definitely looks it's refreshing.
Yeah,
it looks different. There's definitely a lot to wonder about and decipher. So, but who knows?
It's edgy, artistic style.
Yeah, so that all being said, I actually have a theory, if I may present to you, about this trailer.
Okay.
So, I kind of wanted to break down the trailer a little bit and kind of go over point by point and interpret it.
Okay.
As we said, it's a very artistic trailer. A lot of things in here, a lot of parts to it. So we can just go through it real quick. So we open and we get that pan up, and then we see Norman Reedus. We'll start there.
We skipped over the dead crabs.
Yeah, they're dead crabs. All right. Anyway, Norman Reedus.
Terrifying.
He has handcuffs on his hand, attached to his hand, but then empty on the other side. And then he's attached to the baby with like a electronical cord.
Oh,
it's like an umbilical cord, but it looks like
it seemed to be some like future tech.
A little bit.
The
the handcuffs did look like that. So, and then there are hands all over, like dusty handprints all over his body. So that all to me represents Konami. The hands all over him, like pushing him in every direction, telling him which way to go, and the chain that he's no longer attached to is him being free of Konami. Now he has this baby.
Norman Reedus is the baby.
No.
Death Stranding is the baby.
No.
Norman Reedus is the baby.
No, the baby is Silent Hills.
Oh,
it's the baby that never was.
Oh, that's why it
disappears. Yes. Now we move on and we see Norman Reedus gets up and he's looking into the sky. Metal Gear 5 Metal Gear people that he's looking out at over the horizon, and he actually has 5 dog tags on his neck.
No way, there's way more than 5.
No.
Oh shit.
So that was what once was. I actually don't know if this trailer will have anything to do with the game.
Really, you think that
I think this is just to show the style in engine what the style will look like, and it's a representation of the path that he has been on for the past year.
I can definitely see that.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I would say if they didn't show like the title of the game, I could say that, but they did market it as like, this is the announcement of the game.
That's true.
So that wouldn't make sense, but I could see that.
Yeah.
I mean,
and then the music that they chose was a song called "I'll Keep Coming," and they say "I'll keep coming," so he's like coming back. He's doing his thing.
God damn, that's badass.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. I was talking to another friend of mine, and we were saying like Kojima really is like, if there is a prodigy specifically for video games, Kojima might be it. He was meant to make video games he makes them in a very artistic way, but also it's very marketable. And I don't think actually a lot of people know how like weird and like artistic his games are until you actually play them.
Yeah, I mean, but they're also meaningful,
right?
Which is, I think, important to note. They're not just like, let's just do all this random shit that doesn't make any sense,
right?
Like when you dig deep into them, you can find meaning. So.
Yeah. This was a great trailer. I was very, very excited to see it, and I've watched it many times.
Yeah, I don't think you're alone with that. I think many people are happy that they're getting a little taste of PT.
Yeah,
definitely. But wait, when is this coming out?
Ooh, not for another at least 3 or 4 years.
5 years. So.
I say 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a while.
It's going to be a while. But
as long as they keep us updated, I mean, people are just happy that he's, still making games.
He's back.
He's back.
Yeah.
He's back. All right. Finally, to end our E3 coverage for this video, and again, watch the next video, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild was officially the title revealed for the new Zelda coming to Wii U and NX. A lot of people were a little skeptical. Open world Zelda. Yeah, but how open world are they going to make it? Very open world, apparently. And they delivered on all fronts here with Zelda. This is the Zelda game that was promised. This is the Zelda game that we want. I couldn't be happier with how it looks.
Maybe it's the Zelda game that you want.
This is the Zelda game we want.
Maybe it's the Zelda game you need. No, it looks...
but not the Zelda game we deserve.
No, we don't deserve it. Well, I think we do deserve it, actually. No, it looks like it's more difficult, which is a huge thing. There's more variety, voice acting, so it seems like they're changing things up a little bit, a little evolution here.
And
some surprises, secrets.
Yeah, it is rumored that voice acting in the beginning is Zelda.
Interesting.
The reason for that being that she says, "Link, wake up, Link. And that's what Zelda says in A Link to the Past. In the very beginning, she telecommunicates to you in your mind to tell you to wake up to go save her.
Why is Link always sleeping?
Well, that's actually a convention of Zelda. This game always starts with Link waking up.
Yeah.
He's tired.
From what?
Well, his adventuring he's about to do, man. He's got to rest up.
Well, the adventuring he's about to do.
Well, he's got to rest up for it.
I just know tomorrow's going to be busy. I'm so tired.
I just know that I'm literally not going to sleep for the next 40 plus hours.
Okay, that makes sense then. Yeah, I think a lot of people are excited about this.
Mm-hmm.
And, this is great for Nintendo.
It looks like a fully immersive open world RPG like we've seen, like with The Witcher and with other huge like high fantasy open world games, and they definitely took a lot of cues from that. They're no longer are you collecting hearts in this game. They took hearts out.
It's food now, right?
So now it's food. You have to cook food that you find and cook it, and like you can make a campfire and stuff. It's like a real open world RPG, and it looks so good.
Yeah, all the gameplay elements do seem really good, and they're making progress forward. Where I do have to kind of put a stick in the mud here is I don't like the graphics.
Okay, you don't like the art style.
Well, the art style is fine, but it's like it seems like they need to turn down the brightness on the game a lot.
There's a lot of like they talked a lot about this, about how they wanted the whole game, from the music and the look of it and everything, to be like a slow breeze, like a gentle breeze, like Breath of the Wild is what it's called, so
yeah.
So like you can hear like the like very like light like woodwind instruments, and like the look of it, like there's a lot of motion blur, and so it's like you're like drifting kind of through this game.
Interesting.
And it all fits into that theme of this is a new open wild wilderness world, and it's a very calming feeling, at least from what we've seen so far. I mean, obviously there's going to be the action sequences and everything like that too. Yeah. But that's what they were saying, and you can tell in the soundtrack and how it looks that they really went for that.
When we were looking at, or when they were showing, did they show gameplay footage?
They did a lot.
So, that's right. It was
all
like
they
an hour,
did.
right?
Yeah.
Was that what it's going to be like on the NX?
So we're definitely watching this on the Wii U.
So that was Wii U.
We assume that it will look. I mean, art style is going to be the same.
Right.
You'd imagine probably be up-res to the NX, but of course we don't really know that yet.
Yeah.
A lot of that's being kept very secret because we literally don't even know what the NX is at all yet.
Yeah.
However, one thing I do want to bring up, which could be another stick in the mud. We covered this a little bit ago, that there was that leaked, rumored NX controller that was U-shaped. You remember we talked about that?
Yeah.
There's a new item in this game, and it's a magnet, and you hold it like this at the tops of it, and you can control it around and move metal stuff in the exact same shape as that leaked NX controller.
But there's like 100 times as many leaks that say it's the oval that's like a full screen with just 2 joysticks.
Well, there's still the one leak, but
who knows at this point?
If that's real, if the NX controller is a U, shoot me in the face.
Okay.
Shoot me now.
All right. I'll hold you to that.
I don't know. I don't know how much. I don't know if that's going to be like something a separate controller that you can use for this game, or maybe it's just not real at all and it just happens to look like that thing.
Probably.
But
yeah, I don't think we have enough information at this point.
Yeah, but that could be very disappointing.
Could be, but I don't know. At the same time, maybe I'm sure they do testing on how it'll work, and maybe it works better than you think.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see. But we are very excited about all of these 3 announcements, and we will be talking much more about E3 in our second video today. We're going to be basically detailing all the big announcements. So go and check that out. Right now, we are going to put games aside for a minute. We're going to move into the Moana trailer. Moana? Moana?
Moana.
Moana.
Probably Moana.
I think it's Moana.
Okay. Moana. Well,
What is it?
this is the new Disney princess movie.
Dropping Thanksgiving.
Thanks for
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Very fitting, I think.
Yeah,
What?
sure.
Oh, that this movie would drop on Thanksgiving.
Why is that?
Because Hawaii was definitely a part of this country when Thanksgiving was
Sure.
going down, right? Wasn't it?
No.
Oh, my bad.
Oh. So, it's funny that we don't know how Moana's name... Moana? His name is announced. The reason for that being...
But we don't know how the name was announced?
We don't know how it's pronounced.
Pronounced.
We would, though, if this trailer had mentioned it one time. Because this one was just about The Rock.
The Rock's character, which is a demigod,
Yeah.
just seems to
I thought this was the new Disney princess movie, but apparently it's the new The Rock
The
movie.
new Rock movie? No, excuse me, Dwayne Johnson.
Dwayne Johnson,
No,
sorry.
That is interesting that they would do that. I think it's
That
going
bothers
to
me
be
a
her
little bit.
relationship with her father. That seems to be what it's about. But yeah, it is weird that they didn't really show her character at all.
Yeah.
Well, maybe in the actual trailer.
literally, she didn't even say one word.
Yeah.
But it's a teaser trailer.
Mm-hmm.
They want to get people excited about the funny. I know this looks like a fun movie.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, people who are already excited that we get a Hawaiian princess in the Disney catalog, they're already excited about this movie.
Yeah, but I would like to see the new princess.
Yeah.
It's gonna be at least 3 more trailers before it comes
definitely
out.
trailer. I mean, I understand why they're doing this. Dwayne Johnson,
He's
obviously,
huge right now,
everybody
both
loves him.
physically and in our hearts and minds.
Yeah, I mean, they clearly market the voice actress for Moana as like
This
a
new
newcomer.
yeah.
Like we don't know her, so I don't know. But yeah, I'd rather see more of her character.
Yeah.
She's the main character, so
Yeah.
hopefully we'll get that next time.
We already know Dwayne The Rock Johnson's going to do a great job. Let me see what this new person's going to do.
That being said, I mean, obviously we don't really know what the story is going to be about, but style looks cool. Music seems like it's going to be good. Some
Fitting.
Yeah.
yeah,
With Lin-Manuel Miranda.
interesting. Yeah, that's interesting.
He's hot right now.
He's very hot, but it
Just
is
won
interesting
like
because
7,
he's
8, 9, 10 Tonys.
yeah. He typically does like more hip hop though, right? Like, does he? I'm not as familiar.
Oh,
with his
he's the
music, so I don't
Hamilton
know.
guy?
He's
Yeah,
the
he's
Hamilton guy,
yeah. But there was other Hawaiian names as well on there, so, which is good. I mean, I hope they would
that's
have
good.
local
It's-
people doing the music.
Seems at least mostly authentic.
That's good.
I hope so. I mean, that's a pretty big thing to get right. So.
Yeah. People will be pretty mad.
Although then again, thinking back at like, I don't know, Mulan,
Yeah.
I feel like there was like
I bet there wasn't even really any real Swedish people in Frozen either.
probably not.
Wait, what's wrong with Mulan?
Wasn't the main that one dude played by a white guy? Wasn't it
the main guy?
all the music was by what's his name, right?
his singing voice was Donny Osmond.
Yeah. He did like all the singing. And then I'm pretty sure Mulan's her character I think was an Asian woman, but I think the singing was by I don't know actually. I'm not gonna say that, but yeah. So they haven't always gotten that right in the past. When trying to do
I mean, Disney
other
is pretty.
cultures.
They've done a really good job of covering it up, but they're pretty notorious for having been pretty sexist and racist in their
Whitewashed.
casting. Yeah.
Sure.
So
Who
yeah,
isn't?
it's true.
Honestly-
In the past, yeah, no, basically everyone's guilty of it. But no, but it is very good to see that representation in this new movie, and I'm very excited to see more. I'm excited to see a little bit that we did learn about this character in this trailer, though, is that Maui, played by Dwayne The Rock Johnson, he is a demigod. He can turn into a bird.
Eagle.
An eagle.
What an eagle is.
So a bird. Can turn into an eagle, and he lifted the island of Maui out of the ocean so that it could be inhabitable.
Right.
And he slowed down the sun so it'd be hot all the time. in Hawaii. So yeah, we're very excited.
I believe The Rock did that in real life as well.
I believe so.
I believe it.
I think that's what he did.
Helen Mirren. Hard right turn.
Interesting way to start.
Fast and the Furious, number 8. She wanted to be in it? She's in it.
Yeah. I mean, I'll tell you right now, I like that she is, especially if they make her a villain. I think that's
But don't we
really
already
against the norm.
Charlize Theron?
Theron is already
I mean,
the
I would like
announced
to see
villain.
them.
Yeah. I mean, how many women
okay.
do you need in one film?
But this is the way Fast and Furious movies work. There's like a head villain, and they're sort of behind the scenes running the operation. But then there's one that gets physical and like is actually fighting.
I really
That'll
hope
be
that's
your-
Charlize Theron.
I hope it's Helen Mirren. To be
Throwing
honest
punches,
with you.
really.
It's like,
But no.
who's going to be the Ronda Rousey of this one?
It's gonna be Charlize Theron, I think.
I think Charlize Theron's going to be more like the
mean-
Jason Statham of this one.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But if Helen Mirren is sort of behind the scenes, like running the operation, I think that's cool. It's unexpected. I don't think you typically see women of her age as those roles.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what the Fast and the Furious series is. I feel like it's sort of doing the unexpected, and
Yeah.
and this is hopefully the next step in that.
Yeah, it really seems like they're going for a slightly different approach as opposed to the dynamics between the good guys and the bad guys here. And it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. Maybe we'll see a lot more car battles than actual hand-to-hand combat battles.
I hope the cars come to life in this one.
Ooh.
And they have to fight the cars.
Oh, I can't wait. What they have to fight? Oh, Revenge of the Cars. You've blown up enough of us.
The Rock like fighting a car.
Oh
that's come
my
to life.
god. It's honestly, it's hilarious, but it's not out of the question for this franchise.
I think we'll get there. We'll get there eventually if this keeps
I
going.
think so too. Wait, they legitimately threw around the idea of cars in space. So, so why not? All right, guys, we have one more piece of news here, and this is a doozy. Spider-Man: Homecoming, the new Spider-Man movie in collaboration Sony and Disney Marvel, coming out in 2017. Donald Glover has reportedly been cast in the film. We don't know as what or as whom.
Yeah, I'm glad he's in it. I know there was a big, the fan base really wanted him to play a part.
Miles Morales?
And probably as Miles Morales. But I'm really just hoping that
if they introduce the Spider-Verse
and he's like comes down in a Spider-Man suit, I mean, I think that's the best thing that they could possibly do, right?
That would help Sony. This is what they do. They have their collaboration, their partnership with Marvel. Marvel creates this great film that sets up all the sequels for Spider-Man so that Sony can then take it and hopefully not ruin it, but at least then they have a good setup for the Spider-Verse, and they can do Miles Morales' story, they can do Spider-Gwen, and they can do all these different things. Maybe even Superior Spider-Man, which is where Doc Ock gets his consciousness transferred into Peter Parker's, and he is a good guy because he wants to prove that he can be a better Spider-Man than Peter Parker.
Whoa. See, that's
a cool story.
See, like, I feel like people are ready for these like complicated storylines, especially because that's sort of what we're getting with TV.
Well,
and our movies have really not adapted to that yet. And I think people are so sick of just the classic Spider-Man movie where it's like, okay, there's a villain. In the beginning, he he meets up with him, they fight once, they leave, he gets stronger, and he learns other things, he has to save his girl, and then it's all the same.
Interest
Do something
in these,
different.
Yeah, interest in these superhero movies is really starting to plateau, and we're starting to get a bit of genre fatigue. So, I mean, I think of all superheroes, Spider-Man is the one to bring it back. I mean, they brought it back the first time with the Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire.
Yeah.
And he's just such a relatable character for fans of comic books and for these superhero characters that, like, he's a pretty good bridge for the audience between, like, over-the-top superhero stuff and also Kid from New York trying to be a kid.
Yeah.
So what does this have to do with Donald Glover?
This
probably
is
just going to be like some sort of
this
scientist.
is speculation, of course.
Yeah,
but
this is what we're hoping for.
how disappointing! You got Donald Glover in the movie. Maybe he plays Miles Morales, but he's not Spider-Man yet.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that could be.
Maybe he just plays a really good supporting character, as he always does.
Yeah, but it's just strange because there's a comic book based off of him.
Mm-hmm.
He is going to play the voice actor in...
He has already.
Or already has, yeah. Played the voice actor in Spider-Man animated series.
Ultimate Spider-Man.
Ultimate Spider-Man. So, like, you have this guy so connected to being Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like, to have him in there and not have him as Spider-Man, it just seems strange.
Yeah. The thing is, though, he's, if he is Miles Morales and they have set up for him to be Spider-Man, he looks young, but he's not that young. And Miles Morales is a bit younger. He's Spider-Man age. So that's what a lot of people are saying is like, oh, Donald Glover at this point, he's kind of grown out of the role, but we would still love to see Miles Morales as someone else. But to have Donald Glover in a Spider-Man movie, he can't play anyone else.
I think it would be strange.
Just be a cameo.
Little nod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they introduce the Spider-Verse with him, but then never do the movie.
Ooh, I hope they do that.
Yeah, that would be great. use the black character as a springboard for your other white characters.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Guys, we're going to move on to a recurring segment in our podcast called Whatcha Doin. Who would like to start this week?
Call me.
What you doing?
Josh, please.
Oh, you have to think about it? Or you just want to go last? Fine, I'll go first. I saw 3 movies. Let's see if you can pick up on the theme here.
Okay.
I saw Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2.
Okay.
Bad movies.
I saw The Conjuring 2.
Oh,
And I saw Now You See Me 2.
2 movies. You saw 2 movies.
Yep, all the 2s.
Squeakles.
all the
Squeakles.
Alright, I'm gonna guess Conjuring 2 was Ninja Turtles was horseshit, and
really
and Now You See Me 2 was
Worse than
why?
horseshit.
Yeah.
How close am I?
Kind of close. I mean, we can disagree about Ninja Turtles all day.
I mean, I didn't see it, so I don't know. But you liked it?
I mean, I am a long-time fan.
Those
A lot of
movies,
fans are really
okay.
liking
You have
it.
to understand what those movies are. They're popcorn flicks. They're big blockbusters. A lot of action, little goofs, a lot of CGI. I mean, that's what they are. You take them for
they're
what
silly.
they are. And
Do you think they're also gaffs? Goofs and gaffs?
Well, there's goose gaffs and laughs. That's for sure.
There are some laughs.
Okay, that's
Do
good.
they do a lot of laughing too? I always like that.
Yeah. They
They're
have a good
laughing.
time together
And the characters.
It lets me know that I can laugh when they're laughing.
when a turtle laughs.
Yeah, yeah. I like when there's just a big red title that says laughter. Insert
now.
laughter here. Laugh here. This is a
Well,
laughing part.
That's my favorite too.
Dude. Okay.
Anyway, are you done?
Yeah.
You done?
I've been done.
That's all you
Okay.
did this week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I mean, I watched all the E3 conferences.
Same.
Wow, this is gonna be disappointing.
For who?
Everyone, including myself, I guess.
Oh god.
I haven't watched anything.
Wow.
I'm caught up on your classic TV shows, I guess. Your Game of Thrones.
You watched all the classics?
No.
You watched some MASH, some
Yeah.
some I Love
Cheers.
Lucy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No, I did not. Not really doing anything, I guess. I'm looking forward to that. Oh, this is a little...
Yeah.
This is
Joey
in the
did just
future.
graduate, by the way.
I did,
So
thank
that's
you.
why he's been busy.
Yes, I've been doing a lot of stuff that's not screwing around. And usually that's what I do
Whoa.
when I was going to school. So.
Now that you've graduated, it's time to buckle down.
Yeah,
and work.
exactly. But I just saw a New York Times posted a like what shows to get caught up on now because they're coming back or like stuff like that. And Mr. Robot was on there, which reignited the flame for that.
Ooh, I can't wait.
Oh, actually, okay, I am watching S2 of the show Casual, which is a Hulu exclusive. It was up for an Emmy last year. I don't think it won, but this year it's back and it's just as good, so I still recommend that.
Okay.
But that's about it.
Sounds good.
I had one more thing.
Oh, Tommy.
You missed your chance. What do you got next week?
What do you got? Hit it with me quick.
Microsoft released that the free Doom demo of the first level.
Yeah.
And I played that and it was terrible. I don't know why anyone likes that game.
Really? Wow. A lot of people are loving it. They're saying that it's like really great.
I love the original Doom. I still play it a lot, but the new one
My computer
is terrible.
I actually forgot.
They released it on consoles. So.
Yeah. I forgot. There is something that I've been doing a lot.
Okay, so Jesus.
This is going really well.
It's just become such a part of my life that I forget about it.
Oh God!
And I think I already talked about this.
Yeah, you might.
Glory Tamer is what it's called in the App Store, but it's Digimon strategy game, basically.
So I have to say, like, in the mechanics of the game, like, how do you tame like the dick, like when it's through the hole, and you're like, what do you do exactly to tame it before you can like put it in your own mouth?
Oh, I get it, like a glory hole.
Oh. Josh, please don't ruin this for me.
Don't clap for your own joke.
Well, yeah, if you guys play the game, send me your like friend code so that I can get free shit. Thank you.
At Joey Drop Trow.
At Joey Drop Trow, you just put it in the comments and then Josh will tell me about it.
Yeah, or at Fangeared on Twitter.
I figured.
All right, can I finally go, or do you have something else to say to Tommy?
Do you want to jump back in here?
Oh, NBA 2K16 was free on PlayStation Plus this month.
Oh, nice.
Really?
Played a little bit of that.
Oh, wow.
It's really hard, but I sunk some threes.
Ooh.
Sunk some threes, yeah. I did actually watch a lot of basketball and hockey this past week.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we don't need to talk about that.
We don't need to talk about hockey. Or basketball for now.
Well, they know by now.
Oh, they know.
They know something.
They know something.
Anyway. Yeah, so I watched all the E3 conferences as well. I've been spending most of my time watching E3 content. I watched the new Game of Thrones, which was very good. I watched the new Orphan Black, which I said last week that I caught up on the new season. I watched all 8 episodes in a row.
It's supposed to be the best show on TV right now. That's what I'm hearing. Or the best season.
This is the worst season I've seen so far.
Dude, everybody's just disagreeing with you.
But I think I need to rewatch it because I could have been in a better environment when I watched it.
Could be it.
Yeah. But I do like it. It's a good season. What else I do? I didn't think I played any games.
No.
Oh, I went to the Foundry, which is a video game bar in San Francisco. It's huge. It's like a airplane hangar. It's like this huge industrial-sized place. As big as this green screen is. Peek behind the curtain.
They can't see the wall.
Like each projection on every wall, like huge screens across the very top, and then screens underneath them.
Is it built around like groups? Like if you would come with like 5 or 6 people, and then they have it kind of set up around that, or is it just kind of free for all? Everybody can go and play.
That's the thing. So they're only open on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and they host huge scale tournaments. So and that's only in like a portion of the place. The rest of it's all open to play games if you just walk in. So they had a Hearthstone tournament when I went. They usually have Smash Melee and Smash 4 tournaments there as well, but they only had Hearthstone this past week, and those are on the huge projection in the back kind of. And then everything else is like you can play Rocket League, you can play Mario Kart. For every different Mario Kart they have somewhere. Every different Smash Bros. They have somewhere. They had Mighty Number 9, which like isn't even commercially available yet.
What?
And they have a bunch of like those like gaming like rigs where you can put your PS4 or like your Xbox One. Then it's like a briefcase and there's a TV inside.
Oh yeah.
And it has its own power source and everything. They have a bunch of those throughout. And the thing is, everyone there super respectful. Basically, if you're sitting next to a couch where someone's playing, they say like, oh, there's people waiting. Once we're done, then we get up and we'll let them play.
Right.
And also, people are really good about letting other people play if there's like more. We played a few 8-player smashes with me and Emily and Andy, and then some other people who were already playing. And then got some drinks. They have a huge board game section with like bookshelves of board games. We played Flux. They had it there.
Flux.
And it was really fun.
Wow, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, we definitely have to go.
The only Tuesday and Thursday thing is kind of cool because because like you need a lot of people to be there.
Yeah.
To do that. So, and that's what I think is wrong with the one out here in San Jose.
Well, that, and also like in this one in San Jose, you have to like you pay for an hour to use it or whatever. And this one, it's $5 to get in, and then you can just play whatever you want.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
have to check that out.
Yeah, we should definitely go soon.
All right, let's go.
All right, see you.
All right, but first, Tommy's 10-second review.
Ooh,
you are familiar with this segment. We give Tommy 10 seconds on the clock to review one new movie that he's seen this past week.
What do you guys?
I'm going to cut him off at the 10-second mark.
What do you guys want to hear about?
I want to hear about Now You See Me.
Really?
I
feel like you
Me
don't.
too.
Yeah.
I would rather hear about... I mean, I guess we talked about it for a minute, but...
I don't want to hear about TMNT. I already know.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh, well...
You guys make some poor choices.
Well, maybe Conjuring too, then.
All right, we'll do
All
Now You
right.
See Me too.
Okay.
Okay. Tommy, are you ready?
Sure.
Go.
Yeah, so there's like a couple fun sequences, but when you got a cast that's this good, why wouldn't you write a script or find a director who can bring out the best in them? I mean, such a big missed opportunity with this cast.
Stop.
Yeah, see, not surprising at all, but the first one was shit, so, I mean, why would this one be any better?
Maybe a little bit better than the first one, actually.
Really?
They, there's only like one time where it's like actual magic, but otherwise they explain the tricks and stuff. Whereas in the first one, they go under a merry-go-round to the secret league of magicians, and turns out they actually have magic powers the whole time.
Wild.
Yeah. So that's
so they
that.
backtrack? Why would they? Never mind.
I don't know.
I don't want to get into it.
Yeah. Well, guys, thank you very much for watching this episode of the Fangirl Podcast. Again, we have part 2 going up later today, or it's already up if you're not watching this on the day that it was released for whatever reason. That is going to be our full E3 coverage. We're talking about basically everything, so go and check that out. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Go follow us on Twitter @Fangeared, and thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.
See you there.
Bye.